What is up, OJ the dude? How are you?
I am good, buddy.
It has been a while since we've talked. I have been a little hobbled up, and it has not been easy. I just got my son to fix my desk, so it's back to standing again. Let me turn this light on real quick. Should have done
Eh,
that beforehand. But yeah, so it's standing again, so now I can work the desk because I can stand up, I can lay down, or I can sit in my recliner with my hip out. I can't close my hip up to like 90 degrees, so it's not working very well.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, but so anyways, a lot has happened since we last talked. I mean, wow, what a trip it has been for your Calgary Roughnecks. The last time we talked was a high note. They won,
Yeah.
and now it's been a little different.
Yeah, no. So the last two games they've lost, but not like majorly.
Very close games.
Yeah, both very close games for sure.
Yeah, it's been they've been great games to watch, and you wonder like Panther City, or I'm sorry, not Panther City, Georgia. They are a team that is on the cusp all the time, it seems. So that's not really as big of a loss as I would say that Philadelphia, though. But I mean, what happened with Philadelphia?
Yeah, no, it seemed like Philadelphia just had us figured out by the end.
Yeah, it was not. It was yeah, like you said, they did a good job. They had you guys figured out. But
Yeah.
anyways, so we get back to the Georgia game. You guys, it was like a scoring. You know, it was crazy. Goals everywhere, and then the third
Yeah.
quarter, all of a sudden, the defense in Delbs kicked back up, and
Yeah.
but they ended up bringing the game to overtime. I mean, what did you walk me through the end of that game as you're a fan watching it.
Honestly, I was a bit nervous going into the fourth because I was like, this is gonna be a hard. Like I was worried.
Yeah.
In the fourth. I was like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna end. And then the last like three goals or whatever, I was like, okay, maybe we can at least tie
Yeah.
it.
No, I mean, and really, all of a sudden, Simpson scores, Pace scores, you guys have a
It-
lead, and then Q scores with
yeah,
less than a minute left. I mean,
yeah,
wow. Yeah, you guys had a pretty good run going there, and then Q puts one away, and then not shortly into the overtime, it took 4 minutes before they were
yeah,
able to score. But Zach Miller, who I got to be honest, I'm kind of excited about because he's one of the Allegheny Arrows that we film all summer.
Oh,
I
nice.
know you not necessarily right now are the biggest Zach Miller fan, but I
Yeah,
love seeing it.
yeah,
No, that was good. And then we get on to the Philadelphia game. Now you guys had played Philadelphia and just beaten them in a pretty close
y-
game.
yeah. At home, and then the next game when we were there, it we fell by by a couple goals again.
Yeah, a couple goals and really when you look at that fourth
Yeah,
quarter though, that goose egg, what happened to the offense? I mean, the Wings are not
right.
necessarily known for their defense either. Zach Higgins plays great and he did have a bunch of big saves, but I mean,
Yeah,
really yeah, they had 60 shots on goal and really they could not figure out Zach Higgins.
yeah. No, it just seemed like Delves was maybe having a little bit of a rough go that night.
Yeah, usually when you look at these stats, you would expect, the numbers to be reversed here. As I'm looking, you
Yeah,
would expect Del Bianco to have the 50 saves, but Higgins has been on fire.
yeah, yeah. They even took Delves out for a little bit that game and gave him a breather, and it got a little bit better after that, but not much.
Yeah, definitely not like you said, like definitely not anything you're hoping for. So watching the games though, I mean, what do you think the offense and Coach Sanderson are going to go to try to get themselves on the board because not scoring I mean, they shut out
Yeah,
Philly in the third quarter as you're looking at the I've got the scoreboard pulled up. But yeah, as
yeah,
you're looking through the score sheet, you look at that and you're like, "Oh, okay." And then it's like, "Wait, what happened in the fourth quarter?"
yeah, yeah. No, it's just a lot of like gelling and being able to like pull it all together in the end, right?
Yeah, no, and it makes you wonder as you go through if they're going to be able to pull, how that's going to work out for them come the end of the season because as we look through the standings now,
Yeah,
it is a very tight race and they've got a huge game right now going on with San Diego.
yeah. No, like tonight, I was looking at the next two games, Greg, and literally, it's going to be a tough next 2 home games.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you've got the San Diego Seals right now sitting in third place coming in tonight,
Yeah.
getting ready to take them on. And I just seen they activated Brody Miller.
Yeah, from the retired list.
Yeah. So you got to wonder if he's going to be out there tonight, if it takes him a little bit to get used to playing, or maybe they brought him in
Yeah.
now with the way Calgary has struggled in the last couple games and think maybe this will be a good warm up game for him. But yeah, your Roughnecks were in the hunt.
Yeah, like honestly, they need to pull off a couple wins to get back into the playoff spot.
Yeah, because right now they're sitting at 10,
Yeah.
and the nice thing is they're sitting at 10, but 9 is the Rochester Nighthawks. They also only have 5 wins, and then
And
once
same
you
with
all the
New
way up,
York.
yeah, all the way up to the Bandits though. There's really only a couple of games, so as long as Calgary
Yeah.
gets it together and turns it around, this is definitely going to help them. And this is 2 teams that are ahead of them in the playoff series. So Alighieri has been playing phenomenal in the last couple games. He's looked great. How, I don't know. It'll be interesting. What do you expect them to have to do to be able to get by him? Was it a movement thing? Is it a transition thing?
I think it's movement thing. Like some of the guys are getting tired a lot faster, and it's just getting up the floor,
Yeah, that's a big
up
thing
the transition.
with Molosky. So, Coach
Yeah.
Molosky, he said that with Vancouver. And then if you look at the results with Vancouver, they're starting to turn things around. And, that's a big thing for him is being able to finish and get through the weekends. And, yeah, it's definitely not an easy thing. And with this league, though, a lot of these guys have full-time jobs. It's so hard to
Yeah.
stay in shape, be able to play, and make it through the grind that is the regular season here.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Well, as usual, OJ, it's been awesome. Tell me tonight, though. So you're going to go to the game. You got your dad and Anton going with you?
Actually, I have another friend. My dad can't unfortunately join us tonight, but there's another friend of ours joining.
Aha. So just going to be a couple guys hanging out watching the game. I'll be watching for you tonight. I'll be putting the game on here
Yeah.
shortly. Now that is
Yeah.
one thing you're on that West Coast time, so you might as well tell everybody how I screwed that up today. I accidentally put the clock the wrong way, so I'm sitting here at 1 o'clock Eastern time, which was 11 o'clock for Owen, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
where you at, buddy? We're supposed to be meeting up and talking about this.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I'll leave probably in the next like hour or so because the Rough House has like a little restaurant where there's specials every game.
Nice. So you go stop at the restaurant, and then you
Yeah.
get now the Rough House is one of those places you guys have. It's packed. The attendance has been good,
Oh yeah.
and playing San Diego. So now one thing that has been talked about, and I guess we got to talk about this real quick before we go. Definitely, is San Diego has kind of been known as they let Calgary draft some players, and after they turn out to be good goal scorers, they like to take them.
Yeah. No. And my buddy Chris Dixon's one of them. They they have a, a few of them. I even messaged Curtis earlier. I was like, hey, I might be wearing a Roughnecks jersey tonight, but I'll cheer for you when you score.
Yeah, that's the thing. The longer you're in this, you almost find, yeah, you root for your team, but you just want to see good lacrosse plays, and you're watching these guys,
Exactly.
and you get to know these, some of these players. He was actually your first interview. I remember I was sitting behind the
Yeah.
screen there, and I talked to him after. So, yeah, it's awesome to see it come full circle. I can't wait. We'll be watching for you tonight. Anybody who wants to know, explain where you're sitting, OJ, so they can look for you.
So I am at the the end in the corner.
You're at the end in the corner. So the first
Yeah.
quarter, which team's goalie is in front of you?
So that would be San Diego.
San Diego. So you're basically
Yep.
goal line extended, and then to the left about like
Yeah.
it's right there. It's basically across the stair section, and then you're sitting right there.
Yeah.
So you've got a beautiful spot down there. Yeah, I look for you every game. I can usually see you. I see Anton. I've been watching your dad, so it's awesome,
Yeah.
and can't wait till we get back into clipping things. Thanks, huge shout out to Jared for getting my desk standing again, so I can get back to work as we've been trying to trudge through here and make something happen.
Yeah.
And newest interview coming out.
Newest one I just did. One with a few kids from the National Sport Academy who play lacrosse. It's like a private school there. So
Nice.
that's part one just came out. Next week is part two. I also have my website in the works right now.
Aha. What do we know what the name is? Did you buy a domain name yet?
I did. It's going to be techlax11.com.
I love it. TechLax11.com. And as soon as it is up and running, we
Yeah.
will have it in the description for everybody to click on. Oh, and awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll be talking next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg.